Hello and welcome back to the Watford Way, and it's your Watford versus Millwall match preview. A huge match preview today because, of course, Watford can get promoted back to the Premier League this weekend. And yeah, very, very excited for this one. Very, very nervous now as well. It is the time now where we can, of course, get promoted back to the Premier League. So, of course, we're all very, very nervous. I know there's a few joking tweets going around on Twitter about, oh yeah, let's go down to the pond on Saturday. We're not quite there yet, but of course, if we win, yeah, I'm sure there'll be lots of Watford fans in the town centre celebrating, and yeah, really, really looking forward to it. Before we start, though, I just want to show you our reaction to the goal against Norwich. I've actually got it on my screen here. And I uploaded it to Twitter, so you've not seen on Twitter already, go check out our Twitter at the Watford Way. So obviously it was me, Finn, and Brendan who did the watch along for the Norwich game, and yeah, here is our reaction to the goal. Yeah, it was a funny one. Yeah, look at us reacting there. Yeah, really, really great performance by Watford against Norwich. You know, Dan Gosling having a few good opportunities as well, you know, in that game to score. I know Sarr had a few good opportunities as well to score in that game, but really, really impressive, especially coming off the back of that Luton defeat as well. After that Luton defeat, I kind of thought, we're not really looking too great. But no, it's an absolutely fantastic performance against Norwich, and yeah, we're looking ahead, of course, to this Millwall game now. In terms of where they are in the Championship table. In fact, I can get this up for you as well. Look at this, me with my fancy screen sharing tools here. So let me get the Championship table up for you now, and we'll kind of talk through where Millwall are at. Let's get that for you now. So here's the Championship table. Obviously, Norwich are currently sitting first on 90 points. Watford in second with 85 points. Of course, Watford could still theoretically win the title, but that's very, very unlikely. I think Norwich will still probably go ahead and do that. Of course, Bournemouth there on 77 points, but regardless of what happens to Bournemouth, all we've got to do is win on Saturday and we are promoted back to the Premier League. So forget Bournemouth. If Watford win, we're in the Premier League. That's all we've got to focus on. And then, yeah, of course, you've got Swansea there on 76 points. And then, of course, you've also got Brentford there on 75. In terms of Millwall at the moment, they're having, you know, they're kind of always in that mid-table area, aren't they, Millwall? I mean, even when Watford have been, you know, in the Premier League, Millwall are they're a very funny club. They can always cause an upset. Hopefully on Saturday they don't cause an upset. But there they are. They're in 11th place in the table at the moment. 14 wins, 17 draws, and 12 losses. So quite well-rounded there. And they sit on 59 points, losing their last game. So look, really, really. I'm really nervous for this game. I hope you guys are all doing okay as well. Cormac, hello, mate. How are you doing? Hope you're having a great day. And Jesus is also here. Hi, James. How's your day been? It's been great, Jesus. I hope you've had a great day as well. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I'm just really, really looking forward to this game. Of course, we'll be live throughout the game for a watch along on Saturday. Fingers crossed we get promoted because, of course, we'll stay live for a lot longer afterwards to celebrate that. And, you know, if Watford bottle this now from the position we're in, yeah, it's not going to be very good. So we should get over the line just about. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the live chat as well, because I really want to get your thoughts on this promotion race, you know, this evening. What you guys are thinking. Are you nervous? Are you going to be going into Watford Town Centre afterwards to celebrate? Yeah, because I know a lot of people are. There's a few funny tweets out actually about the pond being cleaned, but we'll focus on that on Saturday. Hello, James. Hello, Ellis. Hope you're doing well, mate. Jesus saying Andre Gray hat-trick on Saturday. And James has got to get a Watford jersey with Gray on the back. Maybe. Ole saying Watford can't bottle this. Well, of course, we still can bottle it. You know, whether we will or not, that's a different question. But you look at the fixtures we've got left, very, very tough. Millwall is always a tough game, regardless of where you are on the table. And you've got Brentford, and then obviously you've got Swansea at home on the last day. I want it finished this weekend. I want it done and finished. Let's just get the win. We can actually get promoted with a draw, I believe, if the Brentford-Bournemouth game also ends in a draw. So if that game ends in a draw and what the draw against Millwall, then I believe we are also promoted. But correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is also correct. Ole saying he's not nervous. Hazy saying he has to watch it by ESPN since Hive Live is not working for him. Well, hopefully you can tune into the game, Jesus. As I said, we'll be doing a watch long here on the Watford Way. Of course, on Saturday for the promotion game. I say the promotion game, hopefully. Yeah, they've not actually released any injury news yet, I don't think. Watford. There are some quotes from Xisco Munoz I'll read out to you here, of course. Xisco's done fantastically well since he's been here at Watford. He had a few iffy spells, didn't he, towards the start of his tenure, but ever since he switched to this 4-3-3, I think that's kind of been the key to our success this season. And you've got to think, we played such poor football under Vladimir Ivic. If we had played that 4-3-3 when Ivic was here, would we be top of the league right now? I think so. So look, very, very interesting thoughts there. But here is what Xisco has to say. So he says, if we don't keep focus on the game, we will lose. He said it's most important we focus on the game and give our best performance. We must give 100% in all situations with high intensity, a good mentality, and lots of ambition to win the game. This is very important to me. And I think that Xisco's right there. I think that we have to approach this game as we did with that Norwich game. I think the performance against Luton was unacceptable. Really, really poor. Luton wanted that more than us. That's quite clear to see. The Norwich game, absolutely fantastic. Maybe that's because Norwich were on the piss for a couple of days, obviously, after they got promotion. But yeah, Ellis here, my friend Ellis saying we're not getting promoted. I think we are, Ellis. I think we are. Will saying if we win, do we get promoted? We do, Will. So as I just explained, if we win, regardless of other results, Watford are promoted. But we can also get promoted with a draw on Saturday if Brentford and Bournemouth lose, because Brentford and Bournemouth play each other on that day. So if they both drop points, if they draw the game, I believe Watford do also get promoted that way as well. But please do correct me if I'm wrong. But hopefully that should help you out there, Will. Jesus saying he's glad the kickoff is not at 4:30 a.m. Jesus also saying even though we did play badly with Ivic, we still have to give him credit for having us on fifth until we got sacked. Yeah, I think Ivic did okay, but with the players he had at his disposal, I kind of expected him to do a bit better. But look, let's not focus on Vladimir Ivic. We've got Xisco. Whether Xisco will be here next season, actually, that's a whole nother discussion, of course, because he needs his Continental Pro license. I think he needs to get, because obviously he's not qualified to manage in the Premier League, Xisco. So he does need to get his licenses for that. So it is looking likely that Xisco probably, look, another managerial change, but I don't think Xisco will actually be the manager next season. I think we'll look to get someone else in, actually. Let me know who you would look to get in if Xisco does leave. I'd probably look to get someone like a Rafa Benitez in. Plays quite good football, defensively sound. You saw that at Newcastle when he was there. At Watford, he's probably got more resources as well than he had at Newcastle. We all know what Mike Ash is like at Newcastle. So yeah. Mike saying, evening, James. Hope you're well. What are your plans if we get promoted on the Saturday? Well, the problem is, Mike, I do have I can't speak properly. I do have a job to go to on Sunday morning, quite early on Sunday morning. So I can't celebrate too heavily. I won't be going into Watford, unfortunately, Mike, but I will be live on YouTube. Fingers crossed if we do get promoted. I know you're also recording the podcast on Saturday as well. So good luck for that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to celebrate at home, unfortunately. I think the last game of the season against Swansea, I might go over and wave the boys into the ground. But I will not be going over to Watford on Saturday because I do have to not get slaughtered before I go into work on Sunday morning. Mike saying rumours that Xisco will be assistant coach next season with a new man coming in. Hopefully, Rafa. I did say Rafa, Mike. I did say I'd like to see Rafa Benitez come in. Will saying, imagine Jose Mourinho at Watford. You know what? Jose Mourinho is a funny one because he's a great guy. He's a great character. But I think in the modern game, I think Jose Mourinho has passed it. And look, we can't afford his wages anyway. I think at Tottenham he was on something ridiculous like £30 million. You know, you could buy an Ismail Assar with £30 million. So no, do not want Jose Mourinho, Will. But yeah, as Mike said, Rafa Benitez, I'd definitely look to bring someone like him in. Nigel Pearson's in chat saying, come on, lads. Thanks for tuning in, Nigel. But yeah, I am just really looking forward to... I'm really looking forward to the game. Very, very nervous. This is definitely the most nervous I've been for any game this season. Really, I'm just really, really nervous. I don't know what to say. For the Luton game, I was really relaxed, actually. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I was at home. Maybe if I was in the ground, I wouldn't be so relaxed. But because I'm at home, I'm obviously not in with the fans. It is easier to get a little bit complacent. But yeah, I am feeling the nerves already for the game on Saturday. And of course, we will be live for a long time if we get promoted on Saturday. So do not worry about that. Your content will be on the Watford way. Let's take a look at Millwall, actually. I'm actually going to go on their website now just to see if they've published any team updates to the game. I can't see any injury news on the Watford website currently, which is a little bit of a shame because I was hoping to bring that to you today. But let's take a look at the Millwall website now. Me and Ben will hopefully be cracking a beer live on the pod. I hope so, Mike. Fingers crossed. I don't want this promotion party to be delayed. I want it to be on Saturday. So hopefully we can get it done. Let's take a look at the Millwall website here. They do have a Watford match preview out, I think. Or do they? Maybe not. I don't think so. They're obviously not interested in the game, Millwall, obviously. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. I'm really, really interested to get your thoughts on the game. Who will win the playoffs, says Will. I'd actually like Barnsley to... I mean, where are Barnsley at now, actually? I think they're just in the playoffs, I believe. They're just ahead of Reading. Yeah, so Barnsley are in 6th place at the moment on 74 points. And Reading are on 68 points. Same games played as well. So, yeah, Barnsley... I think Barnsley in the Premier League would be absolutely fantastic. They've done such a good job this season. So, yeah, I'd definitely like to see Barnsley in the Premier League. You know, more quotes from Zisco here saying it's an important game for everyone. Everyone has full energy, very good energy for this game. It's good to hear, Zisco. And he also says it's important everyone gives big support. The most important thing is to enjoy this moment because I'm sure if the fans could be in the stadium, we would be in a very good mood. We will be, Zisco. Just get the job done on Saturday. Come on, Zisco. You know, Caroline saying Millwall are a tough team. Can imagine it being a scrappy game. I think so, Caroline. I think the nerves from the Watford players will be quite evident. But we could go out there and win 3 or 4-0. We don't know what's going to happen because in the last 2 games from Watford, we've seen such different performances, haven't we? We've seen that Luton game where not a lot of effort. Luton outplayed us, quite frankly. They had more effort than us in the game, and they wanted it more than us. And you had the Norwich game where it looked like Norwich were on the piss after getting promoted, and Watford turned up. The Watford we all know and love, and it was a superb performance. So yeah, I think the Millwall game will be scrappy, but it's at home, and we know how good our home record is, of course, Caroline. So look, hopefully. I'm hoping it'll be much more comfortable than we're making out, you know, right here, right now. But yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Hazy saying if Barnsley win, they confirm playoffs. It's very, very interesting. Will saying is the game at home? It is at home, Will. So yeah, this weekend, Watford versus Millwall, I should say. It is at Vicarage Road. Then we go away to Brentford. And then, of course, on the last day, we are at home to Swansea City. And fingers crossed by then. I mean, against Swansea, it should all be done. Unless Watford completely bottle it. But yeah, hopefully it should all be done by then, Will. Hi, Rudy. Hope you're doing well, mate. Ellis saying Zisco is a bottler. Don't think so, Ellis. I think that Zisco is actually going to get us promoted to the Premier League, mate. Yeah. Very, very interesting stuff, and very, very interesting on Watford Twitter today as well. Let's have a look at Watford Twitter while we're here. Take a look at what is going on. Voices of the Vic. Make sure to give them a follow as well. I do feature on there occasionally. Domingos Quina is still out on loan at Granada, of course. By the way, I don't know if you guys have seen the Ismail Assar program for the game. Let's see if I can get this up on screen now. Superb artwork by the Watford graphic design department, I've got to say. Let's get this up on screen now. It looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, get your hands on one of these if you haven't already, because this could be, this could be the promotion program. What a graphic design that is. Starman, obviously in reference to the song Starman. Look at that. Fantastic design there for the program. I'm definitely going to be picking one of them up myself. Ismail Assar, of course, the key player, of course, for Watford this season. Hopefully Ismail Assar will bang in a hat-trick on Saturday. Rudy saying he thinks the SAR program looks great. I absolutely agree. Will saying he wants to keep Xisco as head coach. Well, Will, I did mention a couple of minutes ago, actually, of course, it's quite well known that Xisco does not have the right coaching badges to manage in the Premier League. And I believe they take about 1.5 years to complete. So, I've seen a few people on Twitter, mentioning Rafa Benitez potentially to come in and Xisco to move down to the coaching staff, because Xisco can still stay at the club. Of course he can. But it'd be on the coaching staff rather than managing the team. And also in the Premier League, you've got to think, is that a bit too much of a step up for Xisco? He's a very, very young manager in the game. I think someone like Rafa Benitez would suit Watford superbly. Let me know if you agree with that in the comments below. But I think Rafa Benitez, he is available. Premier League proven, of course, with Newcastle as well. I think it'd suit Watford really well, and he's a nice guy as well, Rafa. I'd like to. He's a guy you can sit down in the pub and have a chat to, right? Nigel Pearson, maybe not. Really saying the STAR program looks great. Matt saying, just imagine if the fans were in the ground and we won there. There'll probably be a pitch invasion like there was at the playoff semi-final. You know what? It is such a shame, Matt, that the fans can't be there on Saturday. I still don't know, actually, whether the Championship are allowing fans into that last game of the season, because I know a few people mentioned, must have been a month ago now, that they were thinking of trialing fans for that last game of the season. I don't think that's going ahead now. Maybe it is, I don't know. I mean, let me know in the comments, but I don't think that is going ahead. Let's take a look through Twitter again here. Obviously lots of quotes about Xisco on Twitter, lots of people talking about promotion on Saturday. How would I line up? Now, that is a good question. How would I line up? I'd have to go unchanged from the Norwich game. I don't think really anyone deserves to be dropped. Of course, we've got Kiko Femini back from suspension. He got sent off against Luton, so probably bring him back in for Craig Cathcart at right back, because of course Craig Cathcart deputised there against Norwich, done fantastically well. But we know how good Kiko is in that position. His link up with Sarr. So I'd like to see Kiko back at right back. Of course, Sirielta, Truce to Kong, and Adam Messina at left back. And of course, Daniel Batman in goal as well. Can't forget back Daniel Batman in goal. Done fantastically well this season and is, of course, Watford's #1 now and does not deserve to lose his place at all. So Daniel Batman in goal for me. Mike saying Kiko in for Cathcart, but Craig was immense. Absolutely agree, Mike. I think that Craig Cathcart, especially after having such a long time out of the team, I thought he done really, really well. Good to see Craig Cathcart back, of course. So that would be my defence, and of course Daniel Batman in goal. Into midfield, I'd probably go unchanged. You know what? Actually, why am I even talking about this? I'm unchanged, apart from Kiko at right back. Okay, so take the Norwich team, put Kiko at right back, and that's how I would line up. Obviously we've got Isaac's success on the bench, Andre Gray on the bench. I thought Pedro, actually, I did criticise him a lot. But I thought his pass for that Gosling goal, I mean, I tweeted about it on my Twitter account at BattyJ. Make sure to follow that if you haven't already. But I thought his pass for that goal was absolutely superb. It's so underrated Really, really good pass from João Pedro. So I think João Pedro definitely deserves to keep his place in the team. And I want him to hit 10 goals as well this season because he's been stuck on 9 goals for such a long time. So yeah, I want Pedro to hit that 10-goal mark, of course. Sarr, obviously, is our only player to surpass 10 goals. He's got 12 goals so far this season. So fingers crossed Pedro can get on the score sheet on Saturday as well. Jesus saying probably rest Sema and the Chilean go. I wouldn't rest anyone, Jesus. Not in a game like this. It's not the game to rest people, I don't think. Jesus saying play João Pedro in cam. Gray striker to have better attacking option. I don't I don't agree with you there, Jesus. I think that we should probably be unchanged from the Norwich game, of course, apart from Kiko Feminir. Rudy saying we've got to start well like we did against Norwich. I thought against Norwich we were so good. The pressing on show, the passing, the movement, everything was absolutely fantastic. Really, really good. So as long as we play like that, I think we'll get promoted. But Brentford-Bournemouth kicks off the 12:30 kickoff. So once we know what happens in that game, we'll then know what we need to do, because if they drop points, both of them, then we obviously play at 3 p.m. Then we'll know whether we need to draw or win to go up. So that might play a factor. I don't know if the players will know that result or not, but we'll have to wait and see. Just have a quick drink here. Yeah, I mean, Jesus, I see what you said there about Ben Wilmot. I mean, I would like to see Ben Wilmot definitely get a run of games. I did tweet about it actually a couple of days ago, and Ben Wilmot actually did like my tweet about it. And it was just me tweeting. I said, like, you know, obviously if we do get promoted this weekend, I'd like to see people like Ben Wilmot, Jeremy Ngakia get some game time, because under Xisco especially, you know, Ben Wilmot has not really featured at all. You know, he played quite a lot of games actually when Vladimir Rivic was here, obviously in that back three system with the 2 wing backs. But ever since Xisco's come in, obviously we've seen the resurgence of Sirielta, partnered with Chustakong, but he's not really given Wilmot any opportunities. Whether Xisco was scared to change it, and probably rightly so, because they were playing quite well, that might play a factor. But to see a talented youngster like Wilmot not really be given any opportunities this year is quite sad to see. So hopefully, if we do get promoted on Saturday, Wilmot can play against Brentford and against Swansea, because I know the title is still mathematically possible, but really, I don't think we could be winning the title this season. So yeah, I would like to see Wilmot get a few games though. Yeah, Rudy agrees with me as well. Yeah, Wilmot has got to play if we have promotion wrapped up. I absolutely do agree, Rudy. So I'll move on to my score prediction now. How do I see the game panning out? Of course, it is our promotion game. It is the game we can get back to the best league in the world, the Premier League. And yeah, I've got to predict a Watford win. So I'm going to go with, what should I go with? I'm going to go with a massive 3-0 win to Watford. We're at home. We love playing at home. You know, we all sit here and say, "Oh, Millwall's going to be a tough test. We know how Millwall play." Blah blah blah. They haven't got any fans. I'm going with a 3-0 to Watford. Come on. I think we can do it. So yeah, I've gone with a 3-0 to Watford. Pedro to get 2 goals, and King Ken to send us to the Premier League. That's how I'm doing my score prediction. What about you guys? Jesus saying 7-0 to Watford. Caroline's gone with 2-0. King, Ken, Sema and Ismail Assar to score. Rudy has gone with a 1-0 to Watford. And yeah, so you guys very, very positive in chat today. I will be back, of course, on Saturday with your match watch along. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate you being here. A bit of a last minute stream this, because I did have a little bit of free time this evening. So sorry if it seems a bit rushed. Yeah, really, really looking forward to this game. And yeah, fingers crossed Watford can get promoted back to the Premier League this weekend, because what a weekend to do. I mean, it's been sunny all week. Saturday's meant to be nice as well. You know, everyone can gather in Watford Town Centre, obviously observing social distancing rules. Remember that, guys. And yeah, hopefully we should be promoted come Sunday morning. So thank you very much for watching. Appreciate you guys being here. Last score prediction in chat, Matt has gone with a 3-0 to Watford. Sarr and Pedro with 2 goals. I'm liking the positivity, Matt. So thank you very much for watching. Appreciate all of you guys being here. Make sure to check out our social medias in the description down below. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course on Spotify as well. And also subscribe to us here on YouTube so you don't miss any content on match days or in the build-up to games, as well as any transfer news or any general Watford news that comes out. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next Watford Way stream or video very, very soon.